Sometimes, as humans, we do tend to feel a little discontent, resentment, or even jealousy towards someone else's possessions, achievements, or personal attributes like beauty and intelligence. Maybe we're in the same age group as this person, and they seem as though they've attained so much, and you don't have anything to your name. They have a car, they have a house, they have a loving family, and you literally don't have anything to your name. And so you do tend to feel a little bit envious and jealous because you feel as though you deserve those things because you've worked so hard, and you feel as though they didn't work as hard as you did, but they have those things. Hello, my name is Helen and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about envy. Envy is quite a natural human emotion that arises when someone feels as though perceives someone as having something that they feel like they deserve, and that particular person didn't work as hard as they did, but they have that particular thing. It can be triggered by so many factors like material things, possessions, personal attributes like beauty, intelligence, and so on and so forth. So if you do feel envious, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. 9 times out of 10 or 99%, or let me just say 100% of humans, of us as humans, have felt a little envy towards someone at some point. And it's not really about how you feel, it's about how you act towards that particular emotion. Because in as much as envy is bad, it also has its good sides to it. I mean, maybe let's say you are envying maybe a car that a friend of yours have. It might motivate you to work hard so that you can attain that particular asset that someone else has. But on the other hand, if you do not act well, if you do not control your envy well, you might find yourself in really hazardous and bad situations. I would like to take you back to the Bible and look at the story of Abel and Cain. I guess you haven't heard of it, heard of the story. It's in the Bible. I'm gonna input the verse here. So Abel and Cain were the first descendants of Adam and Eve. They were brothers, and Abel was a shepherd while Cain was a farmer. So on a faithful day, they were asked to give a sacrifice to God, and so Abel, being a farmer, decided to give his firstlings to God as offering. And God was very happy with his sacrifice, and so he rewarded him. And yes, God was very pleased with him. Cain, on the other hand, he decided to give fruit as offering to God, but God did not accept his offering. And because of that, Cain resented his brother, and he felt envious towards his brother because God had accepted Abel's offering but did not accept Cain's offering, and so he felt resentment. And so one day he decided to attack him, and he killed Abel. This is a very good example of how bad envy can be if we do not take care of it in a very good way. So Cain was the first ever human being to commit murder, and Abel was the first ever human death recorded in history. That's how bad it can be. So how can we cope with envy, or rather how can we deal with envy? The first thing that I would the first thing is to first of all acknowledge the envy that we're feeling. Because if we do not acknowledge and accept that we are quite envious, then we won't really try and look for ways to resolve that envy that we're feeling within ourselves. And also, we need to also try and look at where the envy is coming from. Maybe it could have arose from trauma, from childhood trauma, and the like. And the other thing is we need to practice gratitude. We need to count our own blessings, because as the saying goes, envy is when someone counts another person's blessings and neglects their own blessings. So Like for example, when we tend to, when we focus so much on the things that we do not have, and like the saying also goes, comparison is the stealer of all joy, we won't ever be happy, because at the end of the day we'll always be meeting people who are doing better than us. And usually these people are families, colleagues, friends, and like we'll always meet someone who's of a high stature than we are. And so acknowledging what we have and also practicing gratitude will help us cope with envy or get rid of envy. Maybe we are in good health, or maybe we just practically have a roof over our head. That is something to be very thankful for, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't have those things, and a lot of people are on the street suffering, but we do have those things. So we need to practice gratitude, and if we're practicing gratitude, yes, then we indeed won't feel envy as much. The other thing also is, we also need to know that sometimes things aren't always as they appear. And I'm not saying that we need to always look at the negative sides of people, no, but we need to also be aware that sometimes what people might be putting out is not really, sometimes things don't appear as they are. Like we've seen so many relationships that seem perfect online, and then later hear of them killing each other, and just hearing sort of different scandals to that couple. But meanwhile, they portrayed this certain picture on the internet that made them look as though they are the perfect couple. So we're on the outside looking in, so we shouldn't always assume that things always are as they appear. Maybe they may look as though they may have a house or a car, but we do not know what they did in order for them to attain that car. And so we can thank them, we can congratulate them, but we should not feel envious of them, because they might cook up a story and tell us about how they attained that house, but it may not even actually be true. Another thing is to set realistic goals. If we set realistic goals, it will give us a little bit, it will make us feel a little bit in control of our success. And because if we set attainable goals, will be realistic goals, it won't be very difficult for us to attain them. And so we won't be seeing a lot of people accomplishing things that we wanted to accomplish, because we would have already accomplished it, because it was indeed realistic. Another thing is to always seek support and help from friends and families. Talk to someone whom you really trust. And the most important thing is to put God first in every situation, and the other thing, please put God first in every situation. Pray and ask God for guidance, ask Him to help you, and yes, you will indeed overcome the envy that you're feeling. So that was it that I heard about envy today. Please do not forget to smash that subscribe button and turn your post notification on, so that you can be notified every time I post a video. It's bye from me.